Hello, everyone. I want to take an opportunity to share with you two things you'll need to know in order to complete your newest assignment given to you in class. The one pager for Oranges and Broken Chain. So tonight I need you to go into your Google Drive, and you should already know how to do that, but just in case, click on your gray waffle. Make sure that you're signed into your Google Apps account. Gray waffle, go into the drive. Once you're in your drive, I'm going to ask that you click on the new button. From here, you're going to scroll down and go to more because tonight we're looking for Google Drawings. The first thing you need to do when you open your Google Drawings is give it a title. So in order to do that, you're going to click on Untitled Drawing here and it'll say Rename. And I'd like for you to start with your first initial, last name. That way your teacher knows who it is that's turning it in. This is a one-pager for Oranges and Broken Chain. You can actually name it whatever you want. All I request is that you make sure that your name is in the beginning of the title. So if you had read the directions for your one pager, you'll know that you need to make a graphic visual representation of Oranges and Broken Chain by Gary Soto. And notice that you need to fill up the entire canvas, the entire page. We used to do this on paper, but now in the digital world, we're going digital with this. So I'm going to show you a few things on Google Drawing in order for you to be able to complete the assignment. I'm not going to do it for you, but I am going to show you a few things. So the first thing I want to show you is in order to change it. If you were to print this out for me right now and turn it in, it would be a blank piece of paper. So let's start by changing the background. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to right click anywhere on the canvas, and when you right click on the canvas, you get this menu here. What we're going to do is go to background. You can choose any of these colors for your background, and since we're doing an assignment on oranges, I'm going to pick light orange. And notice it changes the color for the whole canvas, which then covers part of my assignment that it's already done. I need to give it the actual assignment a title, so I'm going to click on the text box here, which you find up in the toolbar up here in the top. So here's my cursor, and I want to put Oranges and Broken Chain by Gary Soto. I'm going to then use the nodes, and I'm going to make the box a little bit smaller. Maybe. I do need to probably change the size of the font. But maybe I like that it's here. Now, one thing I like to do when I'm working with drawing is change the alignment. Notice you got a lot more tools that came up when you use the text box. So now I'm going to center it, and I think I'm going to change the font. Now, here are all the fonts that come in with Google Drawing. You can scroll all the way down. Ooh, I kind of like this one, rock salt. So maybe I'll use that one this time. Lately, I've been interested in chewy, but I think tonight I'm going to use rock salt. Now, I'm going to move my title, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to center it exactly in the middle of the page. You can put your title wherever you want. Remember, this is a creative assignment. You can do whatever you want with it, but I'm going to put mine right in the middle. Notice that I get those red line telling me that it's centered vertically. It's right in the middle of the left and the right columns. But if I want it right in the middle of the page, then I need to get it so that it's centered vertically and horizontally at the same time. And now I have these red lines that show me that it's right is smack dab in the middle. So I'm going to put it in the middle there. A couple other things you need to be able to do. Remember, you have your text box here where you're going to add 2 quotes. So maybe I'm going to put quote one and leave it so that it's there and I know I need to complete it. And then I need another text box that says quote 2. These are things you should already have written that you and your group or you and your partner have already decided what you're going to use as your quotes. And maybe down at the bottom, I'm going to put my personal response, not a summary. Maybe I'll put it down there. Now, if I remember right, and I think that I'll go back into the assignment just to make sure that I have it what I need. I need 2 quotes. I have that. Here we go. Graphic representation. I don't have anything that graphically represents oranges or broken chains, so maybe I need to add a picture or a drawing. I do have my personal response. I have a title, and my canvas is covered. So, did it say 1? It doesn't have a number, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose some images. So when I click back on the canvas, or I can click off the canvas, I lose my text box tools here, but I still have these other tools where I can draw some shapes. Maybe I want to draw my own oranges and put them on there. But I think for this assignment, I want to include an image. So I don't know if you saw what I just clicked on. I clicked on the image button. I'm going to click on the image button and it gives you this whole tool or menu here. If I had something already on my computer, I could upload it or I could take a snapshot. If I know the URL of a video, an image, I can use that. Or if I have some in my Google Drive. What you guys will probably be using the most is the search. So I'm going to click on search here and notice it's a Google search. I can change it to life or stock, but for us, we're going to use Google. And I'm going to put, oranges would be fine. So maybe I'm going to look for an image that shows some oranges. If I remember right in the video or in the poem, there's actually 2 oranges. So maybe I can put 2 oranges and see if I can get one with just 2 oranges. Here we go. Look at this one. So I'm going to use, go ahead and click on the image, but I don't want it to take up all that space. So I'm going to use those nodes again, and I'm going to put it here, and maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller so that it fits on here a little bit better. Or maybe I can use this node here and I can actually turn it a little bit. If this is something that I'm going to want to print, then I want to make sure that it's on the canvas and not hanging off the canvas. And I think I'm going to put another image in here since this is 2 different stories. And it was a bike chain and broken. And again, it's just a Google search. Let's see if we can find one. Ooh, this one will be good because remember when Alfonso threw his bike chain actually broke. Again, I don't want it to be, you could use it as your background, but that's not what I want to do. So I'm actually going to try to put it down here a little bit. Well, maybe down here would look better. Wherever you're comfortable doing it. Again, I need to know that I need to come back and add the quotes, and I can move them around. And maybe I decide that I don't want it centered so that I can have more room for my pictures that are a little bit more, make it a little more interesting for the person who's going to be scoring it or when you present it to the class during our next assignment. So before I can move on to the next video for you guys, I need you guys to first download this. So go to File, Download, and today I want you to download it as a PNG. Notice it's going onto your computer. And in the next video, I'll show you what you're going to do with it using Google Slides.